What's up, everybody? We are back. John De La Rose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. Man, it's tough being out here on the internet sometimes when people disappoint you. But TUG, who has that umbrella guy, the YouTuber who we're watching his screen right now and his live stream on mute, unfortunately attacked me on Twitter just now. And this came from last night. When I went on a stream, of course, I told everybody I'm his friend, that we've talked for a year, and the audience just went ballistic on him. And this is the problem with YouTube, is that when these guys get to a certain point, they get more concerned about what the audience reacts to than what is true. And so it doesn't matter that Tug and I have had good conversations on the phone. Doesn't matter that Tug and I have talked on repeat. He's helped me out with algorithm stuff for YouTube to help me get my YouTube going. Doesn't matter all of that for a year plus. What matters to him right now is that the YouTube audience is against me. And the YouTube audience wants blood, because this is what the audience he has cultivated wants in general. And so today, I, of course, made a video going into what's going on with Peter Simeti in alternate comics. Today, I've looked at other people's videos. Some people say that he made up the fact that he was swatted. Some people are asking for evidence into that. And as a journalist and as a person who's committed to truth, and as a person who's committed to letting folk know what's going on in pop culture in general, and especially comics, honestly, I decided to look into it. And because I'm looking into it, I haven't come up with any conclusions. I haven't said anything overtly negative about Peter Simeti, other than Peter attacked me on Twitter after I made my video earlier. You can watch my video earlier. I'll put it down in the link below. I'm very fair. I'm saying where evidence is and where evidence isn't. I'm not indicting anybody on anything, because I am waiting until I see what's true before making a conclusion. And the problem with the internet today, with Twitter, with YouTube, is that it pays off for you to make a conclusion first that placates your tribe. That umbrella guy needed to go online today, and because I was cordial with him, and because if you watch my video with him last night, I was professional. I was just friendly, just generally nice. And his audience reacted poorly to that because they just want blood. They just don't like me because they have been told I'm a bad person by other YouTubers. He has to then make some sort of statement against me to connect with the tribe, to let them know that he's still with them. It doesn't matter what happened today. It doesn't matter what's true. He will always go and do that. And that's what happens with a lot of these YouTubers. And that's the danger of building a platform based on just industry drama and outrage and things like that. And that's why I spend my time railing against the clickbait industry, the YouTube industry that does this, because I think it's dangerous, and I think it's good when people can actually see behind the curtain, figure things out for themselves, and go, okay, I get what's going on here, and this isn't necessarily truthful, and so I'm going to analyze this for myself. And that's my goal. I want to cultivate an audience who wants to look at things and go, I want to look into this for myself and come up with my own conclusions. You can present facts to me. You can present the truth of what's going on, and I will come up with my own conclusions. I don't want to tell people what to think. And the unfortunate truth is that in culture, in leadership, and in all that, people want to be told what to think. They want to belong to the tribe more than anything else. If you look at the comments right now, these guys are just attacking me very hard. They're just calling me names. It's nasty. That umbrella guy is talking on here, which is interesting, about how people shouldn't go around and destroy somebody, how they shouldn't go through and hunt somebody down and hate them and blah 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 blah. He's talking about the dangers of that. But at the same time, he's saying that I'm a bad person and that these people should do this to me. And that's what I see with this crowd, and that's why I've consistently called out this crowd, because I've always been opposed to the rules for me, or rules for thee, not for me, sort of mindset. And when I see this in the establishment, what I saw going on in the establishment early, when I started calling this stuff out, was blacklisting people who were just pointing fingers because of who people voted for and things like that. And now this crowd, which has kind of taken over the movement that was based upon those principles and saying, no, we want merit, we want good comic books, we want fun, we want a good culture that is for positive things, has now turned around and done the exact same thing on a microcosm level. And it's sad to watch. It really pains me to watch because I feel responsible for this in a lot of ways, as I gave a lot of these guys their boost at the beginning of this with the Federalist, and I got them into the mainstream attention so that a lot of people flocked to this stuff. And it's tragic. It's tragic to watch people just have complete, absolute no mores about what's going on, and the total destruction of a person and the dehumanizing of a person because of their tribalism. And that's what we have here. So I say a word in the chat on this umbrella stream, and people will just jump on me. So let's see if we can do this right now. I'll talk about this right now. Truth matters. A is A, and we should look into what's true and what's not, and not let anyone pressure us based on who's friends with who. Let's see what this says. And this is, we'll see what comes up at this point in the chat, and see if somebody says something at this point. I think we will get some nasty comments. It might be a sec, but we will try to get this going. Now, of course, he's just bringing up tweets from the guy who is being looked at right now, Peter Samedi. And I want to be careful also, because there is a point here, and as I mentioned this, I don't want to dehumanize somebody else. Of course, Peter is a human, and I don't know the end game of this situation right here. I don't know whether his commentary is true. I don't know whether his commentary is false yet. We don't have enough evidence to conclude that because we just have his word on the matter at the moment. And we already have one of the moderators here saying JDA doesn't believe the things he says. It's all a shtick. We also apologize for the swearing. F you effing F JDA. Look at this. See, this is the reaction to, and my comment in the chat was, truth matters, A is A. We should look into what's true and what's not, and not let anyone pressure us based on who's friends with whom. You'd think a lot of people would agree with that, but just because of my identity, this guy just goes, F you effing F JDA. That's the identity is all that matters. And then these people react angrily to somebody's identity. This is exactly what I was trying to fight against the entire time. This is basic animalistic instincts, which is below what we are capable of as rational human beings. And I want to put a stop to this. So this is what it's all about. We will keep telling the truth. I will not let anybody social pressure me. I don't care if somebody says bad words about me. I don't care if thousands of people say bad words about me. I don't care if it stops people from buying my comic books. That doesn't matter to me. The truth matters first, and doing what's right matters first. So I'm sad because this is obviously a reaction because Tug got a lot of pressure based on just having me on and me being cordial and him not being, rude to me, at least while I was on the stream yesterday. And this is the end result. These people cannot tolerate somebody's identity who has been labeled as an enemy being around. It doesn't matter what they do; they will try to destroy you. And it's a commentary. Tug actually said it himself. He says today and on the stream in relation to me, because of I was trying to tell the truth here. I will use my platform of 80,000 people and I will destroy someone for it. So does that sound like somebody who is trying to look into the truth and pursue truth or not? I'll leave it up to you. Have a good night, everybody. It's very saddening to me to see somebody who claimed to be a friend acting like this. But we will move forward and we will pursue truth at all costs. Have a good night.